Hey there, it's Sony. This is a February 2022 general reading for Leo. I'll be taking a look at the vibe you're stepping out of, the vibe you're tapping into, the challenge you'll face in the transition, where to focus your strength, and what you can gain in the process. I'll also be pulling a couple of oracle cards to identify the inner knowledge that is guiding you this month and what you can focus on manifesting. So go ahead and start here, Leo, with the vibe you are stepping out of. You have Queen of Swords. The vibe you're tapping into, Knight of Wands. Challenge you will face, Five of Wands. Where to focus your strength, Three of Pentacles. What you will gain in the process, Six of Swords. And the bottom of the deck, you have the Emperor as the influencing energy or the overall lesson, which kind of indicates stability, boundaries, authority and power, control. And what I'm seeing here is, Leo, you basically having your sense of power and your ability to express yourself with a balanced heart and mind, truthfully and honestly, and also kind of giving in to your desires and passions for how you want to live life. Challenge, the Five of Wands, is kind of what you want might conflict with those people around you, people you work with, people in your family. It might even conflict with your goals that you've set for yourself, because the Emperor does have a plan, kind of sticks to it. In terms of where to focus your strength, there's the Three of Pentacles. This indicates cooperation with others and, using the talents and skills of others to help you in your talent and skill and to present that. And then what you'll gain is the Six of Swords, some kind of transition or healing, kind of movement in general. So the Emperor is kind of very rigid and isn't really fast moving or usually moving at all in the cards. So we'll go ahead and clarify the Queen of Swords, the vibe you are stepping out of. You have the Eight of Cups, and the bottom of the deck you have the Star. So it indicates the Eight of Cups, maybe you have already walked away from something. Perhaps the Emperor energy is kind of, you created some boundaries for yourself and you walked away from something that wasn't serving your best interest, and you did it with the intention of being true to yourself and also experiencing some healing and clarity in that process. Clarify the Knight of Wands here, the vibe you're tapping into. You have the Chariot. Like I said, the Emperor isn't really moving. The Chariot is definitely advancing, because the question is advancing to what, towards what. Bottom of the deck here for the Knight of Wands, you have the Six of Swords showing up again. So if it is advancing towards healing, that's great. If it is advancing to like partying excitement to avoid the dealing of this transition and healing, then it probably won't get you very far, especially if what you're going to gain in this process is the Six of Swords. But, get there however you need to get there. In terms of the challenge, you have the Five of Wands. So clarify that. You have the Five of Pentacles, which kind of indicates a focus on what you want rather than what you need. It could indicate a situation of financial troubles. I don't really see a lot of other pentacles indicated in here to indicate an actual financial issue. It could be a sense of how you're seeing a situation or how others are viewing a situation. And then you have the Devil card here, which kind of indicates maybe this is negative thinking, negative self-talk, a pattern. If it's a pattern for you to make a decision to set some boundaries and leave something and go straight into living your best life that you think you're living and just kind of charging forward without dealing with the healing, then these fives here, where there's kind of conflict in what you need and what you truly desire, is really being stifled. And I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Devil card here. You have the Three of Swords. So it kind of indicates that there's a sense of conflict and not really dealing with what you need when it comes to dealing with some past hurt, disappointment. Like I said, maybe this is a kind of a pattern that you find yourself in, being disappointed in a relationship, a friendship, romantic situation, even a job where you kind of try to bypass the actual transition part and dealing with the change and seeing what you need to actually be your best self. Go ahead and clarify the Three of Pentacles here in the area of where to focus your strength. You have the Nine of Cups, which is kind of like self-care, figuring out what you need, like actually being in touch with your feelings and sensations. And you have the Empress, where it's kind of like being a mother to yourself, perhaps. You can see how in this card this individual is caressing their tummy, and perhaps you need to work with others, talk to others, communicate with others, so that you have a better sense of feeling in yourself and taking care of yourself in a positive way, and not bypassing the feeling, not just thinking and just setting up walls and rushing past it, but actually being in a safe space. Maybe the Three of Pentacles is actually kind of communicating with your friends that you are going to be doing this self-reflection and focus on self. You never know where that's going to go, and then maybe you just need a support system during that process. And what you'll gain is hopefully some actual healing in the transition of the Six of Swords. We'll go ahead and clarify that. You have the Queen of Swords showing up again. And you have the Knight of Wands showing up again. So it kind of indicates, like I said, if you don't deal with the healing over here, you're going to have to deal with it at some point. And it seems that you're kind of ending off where you were stepping out of and tapping into. But like I said, get there to your healing any which way you need to, as long as you get there. You have at the bottom of the clarifying deck the Wheel of Fortune. So if this is a pattern that you are kind of stuck in, then that's an indication of a repeating pattern, especially where you have like the Emperor just kind of stuck in one spot. But let's take a look at the inner knowledge that will be guiding you this month, Leo. Stag Spirit Leadership. So basically how I see this fitting in here is a leader breaks out from the mold and leads the way for everyone to succeed. And I think you just need to lead the way in that feeling aspect. You have to make the choice to feel, to experience what you might have been walking away from. So we'll see here what you can manifest or work on manifesting. Peace. So with peace, it's peace with yourself, peace with others, practicing self-care and compassion for others. And it's interesting, I think this is like for February, it's probably the 4th time it's showed up. So this is what I have for you, Leo. I hope this provides some helpful perspective, and we'll see you next time. Take care.